The tinsel still twinkled when my sister's voice cut through our Christmas morning. "We had a family vote," she announced, looking around at everyone like she was the star on top of the tree. "And we all decided that Sophia is no longer our sister." The room didn't go quiet. Instead, my cousin Tyler clapped super loud like it was the funniest joke ever. Uncle James raised his mug of hot chocolate in a toast. Even my mom, Emma, the one who always says she loves me more than all the stars, giggled a little. "Well," she said, still wearing that plastic smile, "someone had to say it." My dad, Daniel, just took a big bite of his Christmas cookie and mumbled, "Probably for the best." It felt like a mean play, and they'd all learned their parts perfectly. My throat tightened like I'd swallowed a snowball. "You guys really planned this for Christmas?" Emma's smile stretched even wider, feeling yucky like old candy. "You've been nothing but a bother for ages, Sophia. We're done pretending you're one of us." Mom nodded, reaching for the plate of gingerbread men like we were talking about the weather. "It's all settled." I looked around the circle of faces. Not one person looked sad. Not one person said, "Hey, that's not kind." My fingers trembled, but I kept my face calm. I reached into my backpack. "Well," I said, pulling out a thick red folder and plopping it right on the rug in front of the Christmas tree. It landed with a soft thump, but it sounded like a loud crash in the suddenly quiet room. Emma blinked her sparkly eyelids. "What's that?" I shrugged, trying to act cool even though my fingers were wiggling nervously. "Why don't you take a peek?" She snatched it up, flipped open the cover with a mean little grin, and then her face went as white as Santa's beard. Her eyes got huge and round like Christmas ornaments. She turned a page and let out a scream that could have scared the reindeer right off the roof. Emma's scream was still echoing when my older brother Noah grabbed the folder. He didn't say a single word, just opened it and started reading. His face went all floppy, his mouth hanging open like he'd forgotten to close it. His eyes were glued to the pages like they were covered in sticky candy. The room that was just filled with mean cheers was now so quiet you could hear the fire crackle in the fireplace. "It's all true," I said, my voice not shaking anymore. "Every word, every picture." Mom's mouth opened and closed like a goldfish. Tyler stopped unwrapping his race car. Even Uncle James carefully put down his mug. "You want to know what's in that folder?" I asked, my voice a little stronger now. "Okay, but first you need to know why I made it." I took a deep breath, feeling steadier with each word. This didn't just happen today on Christmas. It wasn't a surprise from Santa. It happened little by little, mean thing after mean thing. Emma, my perfect on the outside sister, was always the Christmas angel everyone loved best. Perfect curls, perfect smile. And she could tell fibs better than anyone could wrap presents. She never did anything wrong according to them. And me? I was just quiet, Sophia, the one they always asked for stuff. Not because they loved me, but because I never said no, not even at Christmas. I paid for everything I wanted. My own art set, my new snow boots, Emma's fancy ice skates. Half of that came from my piggy bank. Dad's new fishing gear he got last spring. Yep, that was me too. Even Aunt Carol's giant credit card bill, like a mountain of wrapping paper. Gone, just like that. Tyler's super cool drone. My birthday money from Grandma. All those times they said, "Oh, Sophia will help." She's so responsible. It wasn't because I was responsible. It was because they knew I wouldn't say no, especially at Christmas. Until one time, Emma wanted me to give her all my Christmas money so she and her friend could buy matching friendship bracelets. I said no. Nicely, but still no, even though it was almost Christmas. That's when the quiet started. They stopped talking to me as much. Mom stopped asking about my Christmas drawings. Dad just grunted when I said Merry Christmas. Suddenly, I was the one on the naughty list. So I started keeping track of everything. Every time they asked for money, every time they said something mean. I saved emails, texts, even drew secret pictures of things in my notebook. I had a whole timeline of who asked for what, when, and why. I even had a secret chat where Emma called me her personal ATM and said I was too dumb to say no, especially at Christmas. Noah found the thing that made his face go all sad, like a snowman melting. It was a picture of Emma with her arm around a boy with reindeer antlers and a text saying, "Having so much fun at the Christmas concert." But Emma had told Noah she was staying home because she had a tummy ache. Noah looked up at Emma, his eyebrows all squished together like he was trying to figure out a puzzle. "Who's this?" he asked quietly. Emma's eyes darted all around the room, at me, at Noah, at the picture. Her mouth opened, but no sound came out. Just air, like a deflated Christmas balloon. "Don't start," she finally snapped, her voice shaking a little like a jingle bell about to fall off the tree. Noah didn't even blink. "You said you were helping Mrs. Peterson decorate her house. You were with him." Emma's face turned as red as Santa's suit. That's when Mom jumped in, her voice all wobbly like a toy that's about to break. "Can't we just calm down? It's Christmas. We should be happy and open our presents." I looked at her slowly. "Happy?" I said, my voice quiet but strong like the first ice of winter. "You're the one who always says I'm not grateful enough for my gifts, even when I'm the one giving all the time. Even at Christmas." Dad finally said something, rubbing his forehead like he had a bad Christmas headache. "You're making a big fuss about nothing, Sophia." "No, I'm not," I said louder this time. "You let them do this for years. You saw it, you heard it. Every time they made me feel small or asked for more money, and you didn't do anything. Not even at Christmas. You just stayed quiet like a sleeping bear." Emma stomped her foot like a grumpy elf. "Oh, just stop feeling sorry for yourself, Sophia. You're not a victim. You chose to help us with Christmas and everything else." I stood up, slow and tall like the Christmas tree in the town square. "No, I didn't choose anymore. You just expected it. You didn't want a sister. You wanted someone to buy you all your Christmas wishes. Well, I'm all out of presents." Noah was still holding the folder, looking at Emma with sad eyes like a puppy who didn't get any treats. "Is all of this true?" he asked her quietly. Emma looked at him. No fake tears this time. Just silence. The kind of silence that feels colder than a snowman's heart. "You told me she was making things up," Noah whispered, his voice barely there. I looked at him. "She didn't need to make things up. She just needed you to believe her, even on Christmas." Emma's face twisted like she was about to cry big fake tears that would probably freeze before they hit the ground. "I had to. You were always trying to make me look bad, even at Christmas." I didn't even raise my voice. I just said, "You did that all by yourself, Emma." More silence. Then I reached into my coat pocket. "What now?" Dad asked, sounding tired like Santa after a long night. I put another white envelope on the rug. Noah picked it up. He opened it and read the first line. His eyes got super wide like he'd just seen a real reindeer. "What is this?" he whispered. "Those are emancipation papers," I said, my voice as steady as a Christmas carol. "They say that Mom and Dad can't make any choices for me anymore. They can't see my school reports, and I don't have to call them if I get a boo-boo at the playground. Every grown-up string I had to this family, gone, signed, done, even on Christmas." Mom gasped, her hand flying to her chest like she'd just seen a ghost instead of Santa. "You're really leaving us on Christmas?" "Really leaving," I said. "Starting right now." Her voice wobbled and real tears finally came, dripping onto her Christmas sweater. "You're being so mean, Sophia. We made mistakes, but we're still your family, especially on Christmas." I looked at her, calm and sure like the star on top of the Christmas tree. "No, you're not." Emma let out a mean little laugh that sounded like a broken Christmas toy. "You'll be back. You'll always come back for Christmas presents." I took a step away from the Christmas tree, looking at her one last time. "Not this Christmas." Then I turned around and walked out the door, leaving behind the twinkling lights and the fake, happy faces. No yelling, no crying. Just the quiet surprise of people who finally learned that I wasn't going to let them treat me like a leftover Christmas cookie anymore. I didn't go straight home. My hands were still shaking, but not because I was cold. It was because I finally felt light, like all the heavy Christmas ornaments they kept hanging on me had finally fallen off. I walked to the park near our house, the one with the big oak tree Dad used to take me to. It was quiet there, just the sound of the wind and the birds. No one was asking me for anything. No one was pretending to be nice while being sneaky. It was just peaceful, like after the first snowfall. That night, I sat on a bench and just breathed. The next day, I signed up for the kids' cooking class at the library. Then I asked Mrs. Peterson if I could help her with her Christmas lights. For the first time, my days weren't full of things I had to do for other people. They were just for me, like opening my own special presents. But mean people don't like it when you're happy without them. It wasn't long before my phone started buzzing with messages. Mom left a voicemail. "Sophia, sweetie, we're still your family. We were just upset about something else. Don't let one little fight ruin Christmas." Then Emma texted, all mad. "Noah's being so dumb. Are you happy now?" I didn't know exactly what she meant, but I had a feeling Noah was starting to see the truth about her. Dad sent a short message. "You're being too stubborn. Your mother is really sad. Come home for Christmas dinner." I didn't answer any of them. The quiet felt like a warm blanket. Then came the guilt trips. A few weeks later, I got a card from Mom. It had a picture of their Christmas tree with a big empty space under it. The message said, "It doesn't feel like Christmas without you." Then a text. "Your little cousin Lily keeps asking where her favorite sister is." A few days later, Dad texted, "We're having trouble with the bills. I know you don't care, but we need help." I didn't say a word. Not one single word. Then, after New Year's, a letter came. I knew it was from Mom because of her swirly writing. It was 3 pages long. Page 1 was all about how sorry they were and how stressed Christmas made them. Page 2 was about how sad everyone was without me, especially Lily. Page 3 was the real reason. They needed money. They were going to have to sell some of their Christmas decorations. "Please, Sophia, just one last time. Do it for the family. It's Christmas." I read it, felt a little pinch in my heart, but then I knew what it really was. Not love, just wanting me to be their helper elf again. I folded the letter and threw it in the trash. That's when I finally understood. They didn't miss me. They missed what I did for them. They missed having someone to fix their problems. So I packed my favorite books and moved to the little room above Mrs. Peterson's garage. New town, new air, new keys to a place that was just mine, like my own little gingerbread house. I got a job at the local toy store, which was the best job ever. I started sleeping all night without my phone buzzing with their problems. I blocked their numbers, their emails, everything. For the first time, I wasn't waiting for the next bad thing to happen. I felt as light as Santa's sleigh, and with that lightness, something wonderful happened. I started doing things I loved. I joined the school art club. I started making my own Christmas ornaments. I made new friends who liked me for my silly jokes and my drawings, not for what I could buy them. Then little messages started coming through from other family members. Somehow, they found ways to reach me. My cousin Tyler texted, "I didn't know you paid for my video game. That wasn't cool of us." My brother Noah sent a message. "You were right about Emma. We're not together anymore. Thanks for showing me the truth." I didn't need their sorries, but it felt okay, like getting a small, unexpected gift. Then the last little whisper from the past. A postcard from Mom, just 3 words in shaky writing. "Merry Christmas, Sophia." No sorry, no big explanation, just that. I looked at it, waiting for the sad feeling to come back, the feeling that always made me want to help them. But nothing came. No sadness, no anger. Just quiet, like the snow falling outside. I threw the postcard away, washed my hands, and decorated my little room with my own handmade ornaments. This is my story because, for the first time, I'm not just trying to get through Christmas. I'm actually happy. Was I too cold? Or was I just finally done being the only one carrying the big bag of presents for everyone? I don't know, but I do know this. I'm free. And this Christmas, that's the best present of all.